Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Felpudothi Cat. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Josh Bell. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Dalaman_the_wolf mage. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Aeronib. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Dagamot_. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring, it's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring, it's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and the very next morning he woke up to start playing The Coffin of Andy and Laylee. It's about the Metroid S.
What up, gamers? How's everybody doing? I'm kind of sleepy, but I am not immediately afflicted with whatever I was afflicted like an hour ago. So that's good. I've been playing Terraria. I know that it's gonna be some time before Tmod loader updates to 1.4.5, which is the newest Terraria update. And I was like, I need to just, like, get this urge out of my body. I need to just make it happen, and then get back to playing, like, Final Fantasy XIV and stuff like that. Games with a little more to them under the circumstances, because I could play unmodded 1.4.5 and I would probably have a good time. But they recently updated Calamity, rebalanced some things, added some things, changed some things, and so there's not a ton of, like, there hasn't been a big major update or anything like that. Mostly just setting up for future updates, which is probably as good as they could have hoped for under the circumstances of, oops, there was a big, like, main game update for Terraria, and now it's going to take a while for Tmod loader to update. So what I opted to do to try and, like, get past this urge as quickly as possible is I'm doing a summoner playthrough on Revengeance difficulty with journey mode enabled. And so there's, like, there's barely any grinding for anything. Just, like, as soon as I have 10, 25, 50, 100, whatever of a thing, I have infinite of that thing. And so I have just been tearing through the game, especially, like, I've got a couple of mods that, oh, this NPC it adds some NPCs, and it's like, oh, this NPC sells items that can start specific weather events and stuff like that. So I haven't gone full on, like, I still have to fight the bosses. I haven't gone full on super duper cheaty. But I am moderately cheaty. But as a result, I started this file yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, and I'm currently halfway through hard mode. So, making a lot of progress pretty quickly. If I were more in the mood to, like, really sit down and commit to a playthrough, like, I would still probably be using some of the other mods that I'm using, other than just baseline Calamity. But, oh, the playlist is actually set to loop this time. Whoa! I enjoy Calamity a lot. It would be really difficult for me to try and go back to, like, vanilla Terraria. The music is so cool. I really like the new biomes that are added, the new bosses that are added. Like, I just like Calamity mod a lot. So, my intent is that I just, like, blitz through Calamity to get it out of my system, and then I go back to playing other stuff until Tmod Loader is updated and Calamity is updated for that, and then I take my time. I savor the flavor a little more. Seems like it's a lot of going through content you've done. Yes. Like, yeah, I have beaten Calamity mode. I have beaten the Calamity mod as every class. I love it. Like, I love Calamity, so I am having a good time just replaying it. And Summoner was my favorite class. But yeah, I need to get it out of my system so that I can go back to, like, gradually, so I can go back to playing slower games like Final Fantasy XIV. Because that's the game that I want to make progress in the most, but that is also the game that has the most moments that make my brain go haywire. Just moments where it's like, I don't know if I can commit to doing this dungeon right now, because the dungeon is gonna take, like, upwards of half an hour or something. Oh, what if these cutscenes go long? And it's just, like, not being able to pause any of that because it's an MMO. There's just a lot of moments when playing Final Fantasy XIV that don't work well for me for various reasons. But I love the story, and I love exploring that world, and it's a really good game, but it is a difficult game for me to play. There's another Final Fantasy with cool combat that's sitting there unfinished. Yeah, but that has the exact opposite problem of having a garbage story. I don't give a fuck about what's happening in Final Fantasy XVI. But it is fun to play, and it does have cool spectacles. So I do intend on going back and finishing that game at some point. But 14 is the game that I'm trying to play right now, and I'm just, like, taking a freaking pit stop to feed a Terraria addiction. But I am having fun. So, Metroid Prime 4. Last time we got the ice gun. And that's like most of what happened last time, I think. You don't care about the soup? Well, fine. You won't get your 15 gil. You can keep your fucking gil. I don't buy anything anyway. There's nothing good in the shops. Ah! Alright.
Enemies aren't the only thing you can freeze with Ice Shot. You can freeze lava, too.
Right.
Catch you later.
The other guy isn't here yet. Oh, wait. It's a save station. Alright, how do I check if I... Return to the altar. Alright. The lead writer for Shadowbringers and Endwalker is rumored to have been tapped for Final Fantasy XVII. Well, golly gee. I hope that goes well. Right, so as far as, like, where I'm at in Final Fantasy XIV, I just beat the third important thing in Shadowbringers. And Shadowbringers has been really great so far. There was a talking bird dragon, and it made a ghost cry. It's been going great. Psychic Beam upgrade? Oh? Psychic Beam shots now travel faster and are more damaging. Hell yeah, brother! I did not know that I would be getting that kind of thing in this game. That's rad. That's not really a thing that happens in the Metroid Prime games. Usually you just get the different beams. But my default beam is stronger? That's wild. Cargo launcher, this way.
Good luck out there, Samus. I'm on call.
I'm going to guess that the story of Final Fantasy XVI gets a little more interesting once it is not as focused on brooding characters with voices like the most unkempt gravel road you've ever seen. Just being political. Give me bigger problems to deal with than slavery is bad, because, like, yeah, slavery is bad. But I'm not really given any agency to solve slavery. But the soup. I don't give a fuck about the soup! I want to do Devil May Cry combos. I want to do Devil May Cry combos and for them to matter. Super crazy delivery. I don't need a style meter, like, doing the combos is reward enough. Like, the gameplay in that game is really good and fun. I just want the combat to feel like it matters more often. Delivery into the called shot on who the lost pet was. Yeah. I need the game to have something more interesting going on. And you know what was pretty interesting? Fight Titan. That was cool. But a lot of the lead up to Fight Titan was... here's a very buff man with a crew cut. And he's being a Game of Thrones character. Bit with the big crystal where the fucking chaos shows up. Or whatever that guy's heal was. That was awesome. Because it's like, oh shit, plot is happening. Plot where I have a very distinct impact on what's going on. And like there's a clear threat that we get to fight and to deal with. And I'm not opposed to games that have a lot of intrigue in the plot. Like, you know, just like people, grim people talking in a room, like, I can dig it. I can jive with that energy. But there's just, for one, cold system. Nope, not motorcycle. That one. There we go. I'm fumbling with these controls quite severely. There we go. Yeah. Part of the problem that I have is that the vibe of Game of Thrones doesn't really jive with do sick-ass Devil May Cry combos. And also, the fucking protagonist is just a sad, rugged man. For the most part, there's just not much levity to balance out everything being so grim and gritty and dark and political. Like it's very, it's not fun. It's not fun, and it's not nuanced. Like all the political stuff, I feel like I would be a lot more interested, a lot more invested if everything weren't so obscenely ham-fisted. It is a game that is so incredibly morose that does not earn the ways in which it is morose. I assume that there's gonna be like, Burke keeps talking up like, oh, you need to keep playing. The next fight is like one of the coolest fights in anything ever. And I'm like, oh, yep, I believe you. But the thought of having to go through another 20-minute sequence of Clive sitting in a room, being like, we gotta destroy the crystals, but we've lost so much. And then it cuts to two people in a room being like, it's fucked up that Clive fucking killed our fucking guy. Who the fuck are you talking about, you fucking bitch? And then they slap each other, and they threaten each other with a sword. And it's okay. Gyroscope mechanism that responds to psychic ability. Once active, a target will appear at its center. I know what I gotta do with this. Kablamo! Gyroscope operation complete. Lift activated. Stone cylinder that functions as a lift is held aloft by psychic energy. Touch the hologram. Great. Large amounts of psychic energy detected in the crystal in the statue's forehead. Analysis implies this charge produces an energy field for teleportation. And also, Super Fire Shot! Significantly amplified over the charged fire shot, though requires more ammo to use. Launches a large number of burning rounds at enemies. Super Fire Shot. Consume 15 shot ammo to launch an extended volley of high heat penetrative projectiles. Hold R until fully charged, then release to unleash to launch a Super Fire Shot. Yeah, that's not happening. 15 fucking ammo, dude. These desert shrines have a main and secondary collectible. Oh. Oh. Shot expansion. Nice. Still ought to play 12, 13, 15, and 16. 15 is pretty great until you get on a train. Once you get on the train, it's kind of just sad. um... 13 feels like you're on a train until, like halfway through? Something like that. And then once you're off the train, the game is a lot more fun. Final Fantasy 15 is at its absolute best when it's just you and the boys on a road trip. And that is most of the game. And then you get on a train, and then you're not on a road trip with the boys anymore. Okay, I don't know if I found the secondary collective in this shrine, so let's take a look around. Never played 15, was it fun? The gameplay is, like, simultaneously feels like you can press a ton of buttons, and also, like, there's not any buttons to press. It is relatively weak as far as the actual combat goes, but the, like, just exploring the world is a lot of fun. There's a lot of really endearing interactions between the main cast. Like, the reason why that game is at its best when you're on a road trip with the boys is because the team feels like a friend group going on a road trip. Like, it really genuinely feels that way, and it feels that way. It feels that way. It just, like, harnesses road trip vibes in a good way. Aha! Yes, really strong character interaction. Like, really good character writing as well. Like, I enjoyed the way that the cast feels. Because the protagonist is, like, the crown prince. The protagonist is spoiled rich kid. And he really feels that way. He really feels like he doesn't want to go on this adventure where he has all of these responsibilities. But he'll do it. Aha! Oh shit, E-Tank! I could have had this E-Tank for a while now. I think I completed, like, I don't think I completed every single quest in the game, but I definitely completed every quest in Final Fantasy 15 that I came across. And I enjoyed it. I would recommend Final Fantasy 15. I would just say, once you get on the train, You don't feel obligated to do any other side stuff beyond that point. Like, once you get on the train, you can kind of just, like, beeline it to the ending. And I don't think you would miss too much. I will say, Final Fantasy 15 is the only Final Fantasy game that has made me cry. Not like full on, like, like, not full on tears flowing, but close enough that I would consider it. That I would consider it successful in its intent to make me cry. I think one of the only pieces of media to get me, like, full tears, full crying was One Piece. And it was a boat. Did you play Crisis Core? Yes. Crisis Core is excellent. I love Crisis Core. It's kind of in an awkward spot. Yeah, I know. The ending is brutal. Yeah. But yeah, the thing that got me with Final Fantasy 15 was a post-credit scene. And that post-credit scene is like, it's a flashback to a moment that, like, canonically happened, but did not happen on screen. And it was just, like, so subtle, so well executed, just, like, an absolute perfect ending to the story. And the reason why it hit me so hard was because it was kind of like the emotional conclusion to the boys going on a road trip. And I think it is just, oh, it got me good. Like, it's really, it's very quiet, not a lot is said. It's good. It's good! Final Fantasy 15 is good. Sandgriever. Enlarged Sandgriever altered due to rapid cell proliferation triggered by a green energy shock. Yeah, there are emotional moments in the story throughout 15. And some of them are like the big emotional, like high intensity kind of moment. Some of them are generally, like, you know, played a little more carefully. A little more subtly. I will say, I heard that the DLC for Final Fantasy 15 is quite good, and I did not play that.
If you're not sure where to go, you can always call in and ask me.
I don't need help figuring out where to go. I'm exploring the space. I'm collecting green energy. I'm going to shrines. Heard bad things about the art in one. Maybe that's true. I didn't play any of it. I just heard that, as a whole, the DLC was good. Some structural problems with this game. Thus far, I feel as though the structural problem that I have with this game is that the game is... Well, the biggest problem that I have with Metroid Prime 4 thus far, and it's not a significant issue, it's not a big deal to me thus far, but it's like, this game is really, really terrified that you will get lost. Like, this game is so scared that you will be lost and not know what to do, and get frustrated by that. And it's a little more understanding... It's a little more understandable them having that concern in this game specifically because of this thing that I'm doing right now. There's a big open world hub that, like, you use to go from place to place. And so someone getting out here and not knowing where to go next and getting bored and turning the game off. But I just don't think that's as much of an issue as they think it is. If only because there's not actually a lot of places to go in this big open desert. Like, there's a couple of shrines, but most of the important places, most of the important locations are just around the edges of the map. And so you just go around the edge until you find where you're going next. I think the desert's fine. I think it gives you... a way... Like... It gives you something to just, like, chill out with. Densium. Oh, right. Power bombs. I don't have the grapple yet, right? I just have the lasso. I am way more into the desert than I am go to your ship and then go to the map screen and select a different part of the planet or a different planet. Like, just driving around in this desert, there's not a ton to do. Like, they probably could have executed the concept of this big open area to explore. They could have executed this better, I'm sure. But I am still more into this than I was just like, here's a map screen with your destinations on it. And each of those destinations are smaller because you have to take your ship to go between the destinations. Fundamentally, it's not that different. And in fact, this one wastes your time, where you have to, like, actually get on your motorcycle and go from place to place in the desert. But, I don't know. I like it when it feels like a big, open, interconnected world. That kind of thing is important to me. Because that's the thing that makes Metroid games so cool and good. Viola Boost Tank. Increases Viola's maximum boost by 1. Also refills boost to maximum capacity. Neat. Dimensional item transfer complete. I want to collect it on the motorcycle. Come on. Yeah! Look, the thing... Video games are not all about what a thing literally is. Something that's very important about game design is... And knowing about this, like, from a design and development perspective, knowing about this doesn't really negatively influence my experience of this kind of thing. It's not about what it literally is, it's about what it feels like it is. Deserts don't have to be empty, and this one isn't! There's little collectibles, there's enemies, there's locations to explore, like, oh god. There's these little shrines, I just got a boost power up! I got boost power! Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Aha! Oh, I actually got this one already. Thank you, past me. Ooh, look at that! Using the psychic powers while water flows down the visor. That's pretty cool. So this is Super Ice Shot. Enhances the attack power of Ice Shot. Charging first will launch a burst of rounds that ricochet. Water. Hey look, I'm an American. Water bottle. Charged Ice Shot. Consume 3-shot ammo to fire icy projectiles that can ricochet. Bottle of water. Bottle of water. Bottle of water. Water bottle. I just think of Limes trying to do an American accent. Right, flare pool is where I'm going next. Girlfriend debris. Signalis reference. Can I scan these fellas? Varmis. Crustacean variant that swims through sand, enlarged by green energy shower. Upon sensing danger, it will dive into the sand and hide. Whee! Explore the Vault Forge. Oh, right, the flare pool was where the bridge got torn out. Or was it? Oh yeah, I should... I'll use that to mark where the... Because I can't bust into these yet, right? Yeah, only psychic energy in the form of a diffused oscillation blast. Which I don't think this is. That isn't. It is fun to power slide into these green crystals. I'm going to assume that at some point in the game they're going to give me a power-up that just points out on the map where the green crystals are. There's one way later. Yeah, that's fine. Sculpture of Lakash. Lemorn priest and sculptor. His gaze is directed towards Chrono Tower. Yeah, I mean, usually you don't... Like, in Metroid Prime, you usually don't get the power to see where stuff is on your map until pretty late. Extra good shrine, you say? Let's see if I actually have the stuff required. I would never cannonball the seagulls in Wind Waker. That uses ammo. There is no cost to blasting these birds. Alright, what do we got? Pylon with an electrically conducive decoration in its center. It is etched with alloys that instantly amplify currents, linked to a device that activates when all pylons are electrified simultaneously. Well, I don't have electric power yet. Cylindrical stone lift secured by plate-shaped clasps. The clasps can be released by the surrounding pylons. In Phantom Hourglass it doesn't? Oh yeah, I might have done that. It's been a hot minute since I played Phantom Hourglass. Yeah, I don't have electric powers yet. I got most of the way through Phantom Hourglass. I don't think that's a very good game. I never played Spirit Tracks. I was actually interested in playing Spirit Tracks, despite not having enjoyed Phantom Hourglass that much. Phantom Hourglass is just, like, pretty rough to... I think I would have liked Phantom Hourglass a lot more if the abilities that you got throughout the game made going back through the dungeon appreciably faster, but in a lot of cases they did. Scream at your DS to get a discount on a ship part. Yeah, they did interesting things with the DS's systems. Like, there's one bit where you need to, like, copy... You need to, like, copy a symbol onto your map or something like that. And in order to do that, you close the DS. So it's like you're stamping the thing that's on the top screen onto the thing on the bottom screen. it did some fun creative stuff. There's a thing above the entrance. Oh, okay. It was only done once. Yeah, I had to look up on the internet what I was supposed to do for that. Because I absolutely did not think of that being a thing that could mechanically matter in a video game. Well, now I'm just thinking about, like, handheld Nintendo games. And you know what handheld Nintendo game was pretty good? They were called... I think the series was called Summon Night, where you play as, like, a blacksmith, and you spend the game, like, crafting weapons and stuff. And depending on the answers you give at a little quiz at the start of the game, that determines what spirit you get as, like, your buddy throughout the whole game. What's it called when you break the fourth wall of the game's rules in a meta way? Oh, God. I feel like if you asked me this question on any other day, I would have the correct answer for you, but at the moment I don't. Head for a GF unit. Galactic Federation heavyweight golem unit interconnections have suffered minor damage, and its connector cables are severed. Its main systems are otherwise intact. Shutter blocking and maintenance conduit. It appears to be fully functional. A surge of electricity would activate it. God damn. They really don't want you accomplishing a whole lot around here without the Thunder Beam. Yeah, there's so many things that are locked off by the Thunder Shot. Okay, above the entrance. That's what I've been told. Above the entrance in this room. Ah. There's a hatch. electronic tank. Alright. Well, that's nice. Return to the altar already. Just mine. There we go. Got there eventually. How's New Vegas going? I always need to be careful with New Vegas, because if I think about New Vegas too much, then I won't want to play it again. Because that game's really good. What I need to do to avoid replaying New Vegas is I need to play the Fallout 4. I need to replay Fallout 4 with the DLC. With the DLC. Because I bought the DLC for that game and did play it. There's a furry mod for Fallout 4 out there, I think. There are also furry mods for New Vegas, but they are jank as fuck. I think I might still have some screenshots of me, of my time playing New Vegas with the Renamon mod. But I think the Fallout 4 furry mod is like a for real friends kind of mod. Like where you can actually have like not just preset character models and stuff. God, you thought Fallout New Vegas was unstable by default. Wait until you try and play that game with like model replacements and shit. I think there might have been a crystal mod for New Vegas. For some reason, I am, like, my mind is saying, oh, there was a raccoon mod. Like, it wasn't Sly Cooper, I don't think. What was that mod? It has been a decade. Maybe more. Since I have modded New Vegas to any extent. It's very funny opening up Nexus mods to like download a mod or like look up some mods or something, and then see, hey, you downloaded this mod without endorsing it back in like 2013. Like, I don't think endorsing was a thing you could do on this website at that time. What was I doing here? I got one crystal, but not all the crystals. Embarrassing. Yeah, the thing about looking up mods for like Fallout 4 and Skyrim and stuff like that is those games are still actively being modded. New Vegas isn't really being actively modded anymore. I mean, it is, but I feel like a lot of the mods for New Vegas are more so like content and exploration-based mods compared to Fallout 4 and Skyrim, which are kind of just getting everything. Despite... Look. Yeah, New Vegas is a better video game than Fallout 4. But two things. One, Fallout 4 needs it more. What was that? Two... Fallout 4 needs the mods more. But two, Fallout 4... modding Fallout 4 is not nearly as fucked up as modding New Vegas. Because just like booting up Fallout 4 and playing Fallout 4, that game is so much more stable than New Vegas ever was. And that's not consistently the case, unfortunately, because Bethesda, in the last few years, Bethesda has gone out and released some pretty whack-ass updates to 4, but... yeah. Electric! Come on! Bethesda has always been that way. So, it's... within the last, I think, 2 years, there have been 2 updates to Fallout 4 in particular. Elevator. What's this? This is probably where you're supposed to take the keys and stuff. Oh, it's just a save room. Alright. But yeah, there was... oh, right, there was the next-gen update, which was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, and then there was the anniversary update, which I think was last year. And both of those mods fucked Fallout 4 up. Like, even if you are not following any Fallout content creators or anything like that. I watch, it's Jabbo for Bethesda content. He mostly does Fallout stuff, but every now and then he does some of the other Bethesda stuff. Recently he did, I think just last week or sometime recently, he put out a video on a playthrough of Fallout 2, which was neat. That wasn't Bethesda, right? Was that Black Isle Studios? Anyways, even if you are not following any content creators like that, you may have seen some screenshots going around at the time of the Fallout 4 next-gen update launching of for that game, as part of that update, they added ultra-wide monitor support, like ultra-wide screen, which is kind of like just multiple monitors shoved together. And for the ultra-widescreen support, they just stretched the UI. And so whenever your cursor in-game is over something that can be interacted with, a square appears over it. And in the next-gen update, if you were using the ultra-widescreen resolution, it was a rectangle. It was amazing. Like, you know, you scale the UI for something like that, and it's like, oh, it might be a little janky in places, but that's okay. It still looks correct. For that, just like, bro, you turned a square into a rectangle, and it's not subtle at all. It's so blatantly, you turned a square into a rectangle. How'd you fuck it up that bad? Get off the bike. I'm fumbling with the controls. Yeah, it's really unfortunate, everything that I'm seeing about Kiwami 3. Like, the thing about the actor is just, you know, I am far less concerned with the actor replacement thing compared to, like, man, the beach looks bad. Oh, they took out the side story where you help out a trans person? That's fucked up. Just like, you know, the actor thing is in many ways a thing external to the game. And so for that, I know some people are very upset about it, but that is something that I can ignore for the sake of, like, seeing the quality of the product and, like, you know, don't want to be supportive of that kind of business practice or anything, but how is the game? You know, what is the state of the game? Is this a good, like, is this a good version of this game to play? And it kind of seems like it's not. There are things that they added to that version of the game that I'm curious about, but it's also like they used the quiz mini game from the Like a Dragon games. And they flavored it as like, oh, you're helping the orphans with their homework. And then, like, I'm seeing footage of that minigame happening, and it's like, oh, this is cute. And then the game just starts running like absolute fucking garbage. And it's like, oh, we're in a minigame right now where it's just like two characters at a static camera angle, like, animating a little bit. Like, what did you do? How'd you fuck it up on a technical level like that? So, it's annoying. It's unfortunate. Oh. Give it that yoinky sploinky. Missile X Pack. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm hopeful that they fix it, but even if they do fix it, I'm hopeful that they fix it from a technical level, but there are also just design things that they did a bad job with. And if they fucked up design stuff, then Yakuza 3 is the worst mainline Yakuza game. And that is that is for a variety of reasons. The combat not being good is a pretty big reason, but also just like certain characters are underbaked, underutilized, and stuff like that. And it kind of seems like they didn't really fix any of those problems while introducing new ones. I heard, on the grapevine, a fucking rumor, I heard that a large amount of stuff in Kiwami 3 was outsourced, and that's unfortunate if that's the case. It's just weird to me, the concept of Kiwami 3 being bad, because Kiwami 1 was... I didn't play the original Yakuza 1 and 2, so I can't say for absolute certain, but I know from my experience playing Kiwami 1 and 2 that I really like Kiwami 1 and 2. Like, those are really good video games. And my understanding is that there are a couple of things where it's like, oh, they cut out this area and stuff like that. But didn't see it. It seemed like a good definitive version of that game. I think the story is unsalvageable. I don't think the story is unsalvageable. I don't know how I personally would fix it. I don't think it's unsalvageable. That's one of the reasons why I was so curious what... I'm lost. That's why I was so curious what the side story thing would be. The like little side campaign that's all about the main villain guy and how he came to be the main villain guy. And I think that could be an interesting story. I haven't seen anything about that story at all from people talking about it. But I do think that could help shore a couple of things up, just making... or, like, giving some of the characters a little more depth. Been seeing that Yakuza 1 has another live-action adaptation in the works and they're green screening actors into the game. Huh. I don't know. It's sad when a Yakuza thing is bad, because it's my favorite video game franchise.
You're making it worse. Hold on, I got this.
Hey, Samus. I was finally able to get here after my leg was fixed up.
Hold still.
I am.
I'm almost done.
He's been saying that for an hour.
Alright, how's that? Better?
I can't see.
What about now?
Good.
Broken leg guy is unbroken legged.
Hey! Ah, cold! Ah, that burns! Fix your aim!
Come on! Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Don't worry, I wasn't. Alright, what do we get for level 2 Greenergy? It turned the caption returned my portmanteau back into its source words. What do we get? Control beam boost. Control beam shots can now travel faster. Alright. That's not quite as good as your weapon does more damage. But, alright.
You mentioned Grievers were actually Lemorns.
They were searching for a way to turn Grievers back in the research lab in Icebelt.
They couldn't see them as monsters. Grievers were once their friends and family. Wouldn't you try to save them?
I mean, yeah, but if my family tried to eat me, I'd run away screaming.
It's hard to imagine how we'd react in their position. The Lemorn were good people. Brave. They refused to give up hope. I admire their faith.
Corporal Takabe's rifle is very impressive, but he never lets me touch it.
Innuendo.
Mackenzie told me all about the biolabs in Icebelt. Ah, the Grievers. They were once Lamorne. Tragic.
You were the one in Icebelt. Alright. I guess he just wasn't paying attention to all the lore that was all over the place. He was trying not to die. That's fair enough. Can't read it. True. Yeah, Mackenzie is hooked into our sensors and stuff. He's kind of just keeping an eye on things. Okay. Now that I've spent over an hour doing donuts in the desert, let's go progress. I got so much greenergy. I got 2 levels of greenergy upgrade. I'm the greenest person ever. Sounds great. It's already what I was doing, but sounds great. Oh, it didn't just pull me into a thing. Okay. So is that a fire door or is that electric door? Oh, that's the only spot that I haven't already explored, I guess. Isn't there a psychic boost rail? Yeah, there's probably a couple of things hither and beyond. I'm just foolishly going to assume that it's a fire door at the end of this sequence. Nice. Still your favorite area in the game? Understandable, this area is pretty rad. Game started on a pretty high note. Damn it, stop trying to summon your motorcycle. I'm not trying to summon my motorcycle. I'm trying to look at the map. Fucking firmware update of getting the psychic suit. Change the UI. The hotkeys are all different. Pinball. I needed grapple. How much does this hurt? Yeah, they probably won't let me grapple that thing. Whoa! Sick. Ow. An electric shock will activate it. Well, boy, golly. Oh yeah, the scout bots reveal all of the collectibles and shit. You right. Cybot Shield. Cybot with an energy shield equipped to its left arm that reflects beam attacks. But you can yank it. And also remove their shield. Aha! Come on, I got up there once. No, I boosted. There we go. Large shot expansion. Third. Okay. Shot expansion, but grapple. Shot expansion, but grapple. She knows, but it matters. I don't know what this spinner is for, but I'm spinning it. Misses. Oh, wait. Wait. Is there anything? Yeah! Transport tube. Super Mario Maker 2. Missile expansion. Well, I'm getting a lot of miscellaneous upgrades, but not getting the real shit. I mean, the only reason why I care about the real shit is so that I can get, like, all of the power-ups. But still. Who gives a shit about progression? I just want every E-tank. And I can't get every E-tank unless I get the grapple beam and the lightning gun, and so on and so forth. Ooh, that's fun. And motion sickness inducing. Button. Touch. Bonus shinies enabled. Viola IC suit acquired. Suit upgraded with increased resistance to heat from molten rock. Enables Viola to transform into Viola IC mode automatically, which allows it to travel over magma and lava. The Viola IC suit's heat resistance is limited and cannot fully protect against the heat from molten rock. Continue to be cautious when encountering extremely high temperatures. 40% items. Huh. Alright. There's probably another thing or two in this region that I could get, but I know that I at least need the lightning gun and probably like the grapple and the freaking morph ball grapple and this, that, and the other thing, so. Ooh, I wanted to get off the bike. I was pressing every button except the get off the bike button. Yeah, spider ball. All kinds of stuff that I can't do yet. Oh, I could have gotten this earlier. Oh, I guess I couldn't tab if I didn't have the double jump at that time. Sorry, the psychic boots. But there we go. What does this do? Use removing container arm. Great! Now there's just missiles in there. I thought I was just having fun. Missiles! Up to 110 on the missiles. Or 105. Oh, it's you. I was just about to say, I don't want to fight you, and then I saw that the thing was disabled. Oh, I missed. Yeah, I was gonna try the super fire shot. Nope. I guess super fire shot's a bad upgrade. Never gonna use it again, what a shame. Frick. I don't know, comparing me to Disney. Comparing me to Disney might be a step too far. It's a low blow. There we go. Is there a thing in here that I already got? Seems like it. Alright. So... Flare pool's that way. Electrifying the lock. God damn it. Morn figured out how to make like psychic energy powered stuff. But they just didn't retrofit a bunch of their old locks. Lamorne had 1 meter wide robot balls. Like, the balls were robots. The Lamorne didn't go into ball mode to activate the stuff. They got the robots to do it. Nice. everything ball powered. Fun. Well, you don't like balls? 'Cause these people did. So do the Chozo and the Space Pirates. We'll just like balls. Okay, so there's here. Large shot expansion. And then also lore. Eros has always been a harsh environment. The Lemur sought to ease the suffering and bring prosperity to the flora and fauna. In the volcano, we discovered green energy, which we were able to refine and use to shower the land, and trigger an explosion of flora and fauna growth. But there was a tragedy we did not foresee. We were hunted to the brink of extinction, with nowhere else to hide. The last surviving 13 Lemorn took refuge in Chrono Tower. We sought our last remaining hope and deciphered the prophecy again. And we learned that you are the Lemorn's last hope, and you are the only one who can put them to rest. Oh, that's a shame. Picnic? Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything going wrong immediately. No frames dropped. Oh, I'm a sleepy bitch. Lava pipe's underside torn open by seismic activity. The pipe appears to be leaking its entire lava payload. Lava that has been cooled and solidified by an ice shot. The structure is brittle and can be destroyed by any strong impact. It will also collapse on its own. Dang it. Save put together. Rude. Missiles! You can't just go over the green. If you so desire. It just becomes a little hovercraft. That's a cool looking thing. High pressure lava pump pulls material from the lava lake to send to the main pipe. Special alloys make the pump highly resistant to extreme temperatures and pressures. Is the green lava full of green energy? I mean, yeah, they said they found the green energy in the volcano. Pressure regulation vent prevents overpressurization in the transport pipe, which can be caused by volcanic gas emissions during lava extraction. Tether node, fixed points that maintenance tanks use for attaching a wire for rapid ascension and descent. They can also be used with the psychic spider ball. Shot expansion. Main lava transportation pipe. Routes collected lava from the suction pump to a separator. The observation windows are made of heat-resistant tempered glass. Yeah, it's a scoot boot. Shot and expansion acquired. Access gate prevents workers from entering the hazardous zone while the energy diffusion cannon is active. Unlocked during maintenance. Touch the thingy. Cooling fan for pulling heat exhaust from the facility, currently operational. Also, Galactic Federation distress beacon detected. Whoa! Door's locked. Blast this thing. Okay. Has become highly flammable. It's made of metal! The one time I don't read the whole fucking scan message. Ventilation shaft maintenance hatch. Open with the spinner. Use the thing to unlock the thing. The thing is unlocked. Great work. Oh wait, I can... Yes. It's not active? It's not active. I thought I was being so fucking clever. Alright, what are you? Ventilation system main power supplies power to the ventilation system including cooling fans currently operational. Ventilation shaft observation window cracked in several places. Its tempered glass is now structurally unsound. A strong impact will cause it to shatter. Oh, wait. Okay. fireball track. Or a missile. Ventilation system terminal manages the ventilation system. Elevator online. Lock unit lasso. Elevator activated. Bridge terminal raises and lowers the bridge connecting to the facility to the other side. It has been damaged beyond repair. Because that guy from Federation Force showed up and was being a real jerk about it. Metal cover leading to the storage room damaged. An explosive impact will destroy it. Shot expansion. Security shutter switch controls the automatic emergency shutter online. Nice. Scanner bot houses an AI that automatically inspects cargo delivered to the facility. Its X-ray scanner generates three-dimensional analysis of a target's interior. Another shot expansion. God dang it. Oh, it's a big one. Big robot. Heavy maintenance tank, a larger version of the standard maintenance tank with a stronger beam and heavier armor. Energy facility main generator drives power to subsystems throughout the facility. Its emergency boiler uses a liquid fuel. Maintenance tank conduit, a hatch malfunctioning. It can be opened only from the inside. Entry bay, energy extraction. Multi-lock security gate prevents entry by unassisted individuals. It can only be unlocked by simultaneously activation of both holograms. Lamorne heat-resistant suit, worn by Lamorne while working in high-temperature areas of the facility, provides protection from thermal radiation and prevents lava adhesion. Lamorne-made locking system, you need the zappy thing. Sentry Base Save Station. Traditional Lamorne Save Station. Lamorne Processing Tank. Prevents solidification and manages composition of lava extracted green energy. It is made of tempered glass. Captioner is dead. Fix. Processing tank terminal continually monitors the contents of each processing tank, adjusting temperature and agitation speed to the green energy within as necessary. Save progress. Progress saved. Man, I'll tell you, I hate for these Metroid Prime streams to keep going short, but I am exhausted. I mean, the stream ended up starting pretty late as well. But I got the sleepy bitch disease. I'm a tired boy. Alright. Let's see. There's Spotify. Yeah, so it seems like my birthday stream might not be on my actual factual birthday. Both because Lawyer Dog is not as available on weeknights, and Acker is also less available this coming Monday. So it seems as though we might try for Saturday or some other day this coming week. We shall see. So if the party crew is not available on my birthday, then we will celebrate my birthday on another day, and we might just play some Metroid Prime 4 on my birthday. I don't know. So that'll be... Yeah, so birthday stream might be Saturday if people are available. Between now and then, we've got more Lost Judgment on Tuesday, and so there's a point in Digimon Time Strangers. After the first time you launch Digimon Time Strangers, it shows something. And I haven't shown that on stream yet, and that is intentional, because I want to stream that game until I get to that point. So I think I might just stream Digimon again on Thursday. I think that game might continue to be a stream game until it isn't. We'll see. We'll see what makes that game stop being a stream game, but I am enjoying that game quite a bit. And I've got plenty of stuff to play off stream. I don't need to convert that to an off-stream experience. Because it seems like folks are also enjoying watching, despite how much time I spend fucking just grinding Digimon, just killing a million random Digimon in a sewer. A disclaimer, Hat is under no obligation to play the entire game. Yeah. We'll put that disclaimer up. Because again, I still want to play Bayonetta 2, I still want to start Battle Network 3, and Neo 3 just came out. So I also kind of want to check that out as well. So I've got some games that I want to check out, a couple of games that I want to stream, but for now, Digimon shall continue, I suppose. But yeah, thanks again, Dan, for the 5 gift subs and $25 donation, and Sid for the resub. And since I'm a sleepy bitch and ending the stream early, there should be some raid targets. There should be people streaming video games. Foxy Dude is playing some Ocarina of Time, seemingly with a Lucario model. I presume that Child Link is Riolu. Vinny Vinesauce is playing more Berry 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 because, well, I understand what being addicted to a video game is like. And Doppels is playing more Killer 7. Oh, and Spout is playing some Cult of the Lamb. Let's go take a look at Lucario of Time. But no matter what stream you end up on after this, I hope you enjoy your evening. Thanks again, everyone, for showing up and hanging out and chatting and all that good stuff. Oh, Zito is playing Modded Brawl. Nice. Yeah, got some cool folks to check out this evening, but I'm gonna raid Foxy Dude. Thanks again, everyone, for showing up and hanging out and chatting all good stuff, and hopefully I'll see you all again Tuesday evening for more Lost Judgment. Have a good one.